Hello, Cancer. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for the month of June. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could play out at any point in time throughout the month. This message may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate. Leave behind the rest. Keep in mind, this is for any major Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And so Cancer, we got some big energies playing out this month. And so as you can tell, this message is getting out a little bit delayed, and I do apologize for that. I see kitties messing with my stand down there. So we're using the Starseed Oracle deck for this round of zodiac messages. I also chose the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland, along with the Crystal Stone deck to pull some closing messages after the reading. So let's jump right in, Cancer, and let's see what kind of messages need to come through for you. We're going to start off with the Starseed Oracle deck. We get Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestors. You are here to seed the light of new earth, so you might want to get grounded. I feel like you're kind of off floating in space is kind of what it feels like. Cracked open, rock bottom. So you might be bottoming out. I feel maybe an emotional breakdown. I feel a heart chakra activation, some type of splitting apart energy, Cancer, and you're being asked to surrender. I do feel some type of alchemical process here is going on in your life. You could have recently been activated with some star codes. You might be a keeper of new earth, and grounding this light is what is needed. So there's a seed that's been planted. And maybe this has been planted a long, long time ago, this seed. And I do feel some type of ending, some type of higher heart activation. And I do feel this hurts. Rock bottom, cracked open. You might have recently lost a job, or you might be losing a job. This could be a zeroing out of karma. And so when we hit rock bottom on the journey, we kind of got to lose it all. 222. So you're at a very pivotal point on your journey, Cancer. I do feel a big decision is needing to be made. You're at the crossroads. You're at the divine Y, and this hurts. This hurts. And so you really need to focus on self-care. Watering your own garden. I feel this energy of gossip surrounding a situation. I feel like a lot of chatter surrounding a situation here. And maybe this is a lesson in humility. Christ code activation is what I just heard. And so you really need to rest. I think it's a month of rest, a month of nourishment, a month of taking care of your mind, your body, and your soul, and being gentle with yourself. So I feel some type of higher heart activation is really taking a toll on you emotionally this month. So let's see what else needs to come through with the Starseed Oracle deck. Well, you got the love. So there might be a splitting apart when it comes to a codependent situation here in order to get you to learn how to instill some boundaries in your life. So what do we got for Cancer? Inner earth, earth pulsing. So there's definitely some type of bottoming out. And I want to say you will survive this, Cancer. You will survive this. And whatever's been recently upheaved, it is to get you to slow down, to embrace a healing journey. And so there is a new beginning here. But I think you got to go deep into the cave in order to find a solution. And I feel this bottoming out is activating a lot of hidden Akashic secrets and wisdom, and bring that to the forefront of the conscious mind. Ancient Egyptian timelines might be coming up to be transmuted. I do feel you're looking a little bit deeper at your cosmic ancestry is what it feels like. Oh my gosh. What do we got here? Well, there's been resistance to the healing. And so the longer we resist, the harder the energy persists, right, Cancer? And so you've got the love. You got the love. And in order to fully embrace unconditional love, we kind of got to go through this purge and releasing anything that's not unconditional love. And so there is a codependency here that needs to be addressed. I feel Hades energy coming through. So you could be deep in the dark underworld energy of Hades, understanding codependencies in your life. There could be addictions here. You could be spiraling. I feel like you're in this rabbit hole energy. The energy is feeling very dense, but this cracked open energy is to get you to let God in. You're learning to let God in, and we can't let God in when we play into these addictive coping mechanisms. So there might be some addictions here that need to be addressed. And hey, when we can't get a hold of our addictions, the universe kind of comes in with a tower to make sure we really bottom out. And so you're kind of in this void. You're in the dark cosmic womb, and things are kind of being woven, transformed, transcended. And maybe it's not quite time yet to take action towards this new beginning, because June is going to be a month of deep cellular, spiritual, physical, and emotional healing. And so you've got a lot of ancestral protection. I do feel there's a situation here where you've not been wanting to take accountability for something that you've created. And maybe June is the month that you take accountability for a certain situation. Maybe it's about harnessing some addictions. So let's see what needs to come through with the tarot. There's the Five of Swords in reversed. And we got healing. So healing from self-sabotage. I feel you've self-sabotaged here. And that's what addictions are, right? They're a coping mechanism to not have to face the pain, to mask the pain. And it is a self-sabotaging behavior. Yes, it is. And I feel you're coming into this awareness of this higher truth that you've been being a martyr in your own situation. And so there is a core wound coming up here to be transmuted. And so when we get to the seed point, boy, does that ever hurt, right? When we go back through time and we understand that very first traumatic wound from childhood. So I do feel a lot of inner child healing. And maybe you've been in a period of rest and reconsideration for the last 9 months, trying to figure out what your truth is. And maybe you just wanted to win. And when we come from that type of consciousness, we end up losing, right? Because nobody wins when we're in a battle. And so there's a lot of healing taking place, Cancer. We've got Aquarian energy. So what I want to say is, where does Aquarius fall within your housing sign? Because Pluto did go retrograde in Aquarius and is ingressing back into Capricorn this Sunday. And so you're being asked to break the chains of these coping mechanisms. You could have a codependent relationship here that you need to free yourself from. I do feel I'm talking to somebody that's a healer. You could be dealing with somebody in the spotlight. You could be dealing with somebody that you look at as a healer, as a star. And maybe you've not wanted to look at this clearly, but I do feel you can't avoid the truth anymore. This is kind of like the energy of Excalibur's sword, right? And only Excalibur can pull the sword, or only, I forget, I can't even remember right now. But there was only one person that could pull the sword from the stone, right? And so maybe you had a stone cold heart. And so maybe this is painful going into all of these emotions. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Messages for Cancer for the month of June. Just breathe and reverse. So there has been a period of self-reflection. This could mean something coming back from the dead. You thought it was dead. You thought it was over, but it's not. Maybe you both needed to go through some healing work. We've got a mirroring soul connection here, but I don't feel you're connected with this person physically. I feel the ghost of the past is kind of coming forward. So we got the solar plexus card in reversed, anchored down by the Six of Pentacles in reversed. There's that rock bottom. There's that heart activation. That's your higher self saying, whoa, I feel there was a huge missed opportunity for love. There was blocks on the heart chakra. I feel an outpouring of love from the heart. And there's a lot of memories here because the Ace of Cups reversed is anchored down by the Seven of Cups. Daydreams, decisions. Oh my God, this came out in the exact same spot for Pisces. So you could have major Pisces in your chart. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer. You might want to go check out the Pisces reading because that was in the exact same spot. Five of Swords anchored down by the Emperor reverse. Well, we've got a divine masculine who did not lead with integrity, who made an unwise choice. We could have somebody here that walked away from their children, is not a good father, does not have structure and discipline. We've got somebody here that maybe could be a narcissist. The underlying energy is the Four of Pentacles in reversed, anchored down by the Strength reversed. We've got the Two of Wands in reversed as the overall outcome, anchored down by the Three of Pentacles. Somebody needs to speak up. Somebody needs to reach out. And what do we got on the bottom of the deck again? We got Just Breathe with the Three of Swords. So somebody didn't want to see this, clearly, is what I feel. And so with the Four reversed and the three upright, we've got the Ace of Swords in reversed, similar to this, right? There's only one sword on this card, and so this is about self-deception. Somebody was lying to themselves, maybe about a missed opportunity. I do feel we've got a feminine here, a very enlightened feminine energy that's on the rise, and we've got the masculine in the dark bottoming out. So I feel this is unavoidable pain, and so there is deep sadness here, and there is a masculine here, I feel, in an isolated state, needing to self-reflect, or maybe has been self-reflecting about a situation that he allowed to die away that was the perfect mirror for him. Somebody needs to take the lead here. There's been a lack of energy, a lack of drive, a lack of motivation, a lack of true spiritual strength. Somebody here, I feel, is going through an ego death, and a very painful ego death, but all they can do is feel the memories of a connection. So with the Ace of Cups in reversed, with the Seven of Cups upright, we do have a Six of Cups. So somebody needs to get honest about a reconciliation or a reunion, and maybe you've been daydreaming about this for a long time. I do feel a heart purge. There's been resistance. We could be dealing with a miser here, somebody that withholds communication as a form of punishment, somebody that withholds emotions and finances and energy, and calling that true strength. When the Strength card comes out in reverse, I feel right here, somebody's really tried to control a situation, and things are out of control. Things are spiraling out of control. There's no controlling the emotions surfacing. So there's been a higher activation, and the truth has been revealed. So the veil has been removed, and I do feel this could be a confession when it comes to a missed opportunity, a golden missed opportunity, and somebody here is deeply, deeply wounded. We could have a masculine here losing a lot of financial security. They've been lost in a forest of doubt. They're on top of a mountain, needing to face some more challenges, is what it feels like. And I do feel we've got a masculine here that maybe like to be chased. Maybe they weren't willing to put in the effort. There's not been reciprocity here in a certain situation. There's not been equal giving and receiving. The Emperor reversed, hey, he has affairs. He likes multiple women because he doesn't know his worth and his value. 1331 stood out to me. There is a mirroring soul connection coming through here. 13 is death and rebirth, and 31 is kind of like the Five of Wands. And so there's been a struggle. Somebody's at the midway point when it comes to making a decision that will change their life drastically. And somebody might be coming back around that you gave a lot of time and attention to, and they never reciprocated. But boy, do they wish they could go back, because they've been daydreaming about you. Let's clarify this Emperor in reversed. The Devil in reversed. Balance in reversed. Heart chakra. Yeah, we've got a masculine going through a very painful ego death, a fall of the ego, a fall from grace, humiliation for sure. And if they don't break free from something toxic, things are going to get worse. Somebody's had their heart chained. I do feel addictions here has really skewed or shrouded somebody's better judgment. And this is about the heart. We've got Capricorn, we've got Sagittarius energy, and we've got the heart. Aries. So we've got a masculine here. It could be an Aries, Capricorn, or a Sag, or have these energies in their chart. This could be you, Cancer. I could be talking to you. But this is about getting to the heart of the matter. And I do feel maybe somebody was led astray due to lustful temptations. And like I said, the Emperor in reverse can quite easily be like a gigolo, a man whore, and sleep around. And maybe that's where they get their strength. But that's not true spiritual strength. And so this has been a long time coming. This has been a long, long time coming. We've got a masculine that's been stuck. He's been deeply rooted in a karmic cycle, and I feel needing to speak up. So let's take a look at the giving and receiving, or the Six of Pentacles in reversed. Clarity of belief. There's that lack of truth about wish fulfillment, about a higher level of commitment. So somebody's been lying to themselves. I think somebody's been pushing down the truth about what it is that they wish for, they dream for. Somebody needs to get rigorously honest with themselves. This is about a higher commitment. We could have a spiritual teacher here that's illuminated some type of mistruth or our falsehood of some sort. We could have a Taurus here that's, made this crystal clear. We do have a feminine on this card. We do have a Taurus feminine on this card that looks to be like a spiritual teacher to me. Somebody very wise, somebody very loyal and dedicated to their purpose, to their work. There is a possibility of this connection leading towards marriage, but somebody needs to get honest with themselves. Somebody's been lying about a missed opportunity for wish fulfillment because they've not had the true strength to course correct. I do feel somebody here is feeling very drained physically, emotionally, maybe financially. Somebody has lacked the courage to take action. They could have been a bully in the past. But I do feel an opportunity for a higher level of commitment. But somebody needs to shed their wicked ways. We've got a master manipulator here. We could have a pathological liar here. That is going through a very painful, intense, transformational rebirth. Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo. So, I see a lot of major arcana on the table here, Cancer. What I want to say is the universe gave you plenty of time to make a decision, to make things right. And now they're kind of stepping in, and I feel forced change. We got the Fool, and then we got the World. And so I do feel these seeds were planted a while ago. There is a need to trust that all of this is happening for a reason, because somebody was definitely prideful, all up in their ego, and they've been staying there stuck, feeling all alone, being the martyr, being the victim, playing into an abandonment wound, and now they got to face that karmic judgment. They made a bad judgment call. We've got a masculine here confronting and facing his shadow aspects, his deepest, darkest fears, and I feel his deepest, darkest fears is losing wish fulfillment, which he's been in denial about. So let's take a look at this reaching out. I do feel this masculine is getting the rug pulled out from under him because he needs to open up and reach out. And so, yeah, there was a missed opportunity here. Yeah, so I do feel a shift in perspective. If there's not been any talking or any communication in this connection, Cancer, maybe for the last 2 to 3 years, somebody is definitely observing this missed opportunity. Somebody needs to reach out if they want to, flip the scales, is what I feel. Somebody here is also deeply wounded. Maybe a Pisces, could be a Pisces. This could be you. But they're gaining a new perspective. They're closing out a major cycle. And I do feel they're still a little bit guarded. I feel somebody here very deeply wounded and deathly afraid of being rejected, deathly afraid of an abandonment wound. But I do feel they are getting ready to speak up. And this is a person that, was unwilling to put in the dedicated effort in the past. They were unwilling to move forward to what could have been a life partnership. We've got a masculine here that did not value a life partnership or a gift from the universe. Cancer energy. By Cancer energy, I do feel somebody here is going through an emotional breakdown. And there will be a coming together after this pain is transmuted. Somebody's like, the universe is like, I feel this Empress has magnetically called this in. There is unity here. There is a coming together here with a life partner, with a soulmate, a mirroring soul. But somebody's going to have to find their strength to go back to something from the past that they did walk away from. And they've been sitting stuck. They've been sitting bored, discontent, sitting in shame, denying the truth, probably for about the last 4 years. And let me tell you, Cancer, what goes around always, always, always comes back around. We cannot escape the law of gravity. And so I do feel somebody is heart heavy, and there has been blocked communication, which is also making somebody feel helpless and hopeless about reaching out because they've blocked communication. And I do feel the walls around somebody's heart is coming crashing down, and they're facing their inner demons and going through a period of healing. And so healing begins. Healing is going to begin as soon as somebody can speak up, Cancer. So let's see what else needs to come through for you with the Crystal Stone deck. Somebody's diving deep into the underworld. And I do feel this masculine, if you're this masculine or dealing with this masculine, somebody's been up all night worrying, trying to find their bravery and their strength to go towards this beautiful dream with this divine feminine, Taurus Libra. I do feel it's time to take the journey to the next level. I do feel somebody's really been sleeping on taking movement forward. And they've been sifting through the subconscious maze, diving deep into some shadowy energy, knowing that it's time to get things done. And so I do feel a masculine's been brooding. This feminine's light is pretty hard to ignore, and they're brooding. They see she is glowing, and I do feel it's been a very long, dark winter. I feel like a separation, like a 5 of Pentacles winter. Somebody got left out in the cold here. And now somebody here is dreading coming forward. I feel a masculine here that wanted a feminine to chase him. And let me tell you, the Empress, she don't chase. She don't chase because she sits where she is and she knows her worth and her value. And an Empress ain't going to go chasing down somebody behaving like a fool. That's for sure. And so I do feel a masculine that wanted a feminine to give chase to him. He was after money and power, and a divine feminine isn't impressed by that. That's for sure. So we do have a masculine that definitely has not applied himself to the fullest that he could. And I do feel something is missing. And now a lot of fear is taking over, because can there be success? I feel an Empress that spread her wings and she's all done looking back at the past. And so I do feel somebody needs to power up and to go after this Empress. I do feel an important decision is going to be made after some heart healing and sitting in a lot of truth. And so Quartz, yeah, I do feel the energy is hounding this masculine, and it's intense. It's intense. Definitely could be dealing with a Gemini. We had a master manipulator here. We did have a master manipulator here, which is kind of a shame, because I'm feeling like at the soul level, this Emperor actually really was a master manifester, but maybe abused his gifts in a past life. And I do feel stone cold heart. And so whatever limitations have been put in front of this connection, I do feel the path is being cleared. I do feel, what seems impossible is coming to light as a masculine kind of sifts through all of these illusions and clears his mind of self-doubt and comes into a clarity of belief. Somebody here needs to surrender to the universe. I do feel somebody is struggling for sure when it comes to going with their heart. Rhodonite. Yeah, somebody's like, what do I do? What do I do? They've been in an illusion somewhere. I think they hate what they've created. They hate where they're at in their life. They know what they need to be doing. And I feel they're asking and begging the universe for forgiveness. You very well could be dealing with a Pisces, because they got similar closing messages. Somebody's not been listening to the higher guidance. They've not been listening to what the heart has been asking for, because the heart knows what it wants. It's the mind and the ego that wants to control what the heart should want. So what does the heart want? It's not what it should want based on program beliefs. There's a lack of clarity of your true beliefs here, Cancer. What does the heart truly want? Not what the ego tells you the heart should want. What does the heart want? Because there is a calling. There is an inner calling, and I do feel somebody's been lost without a map, and maybe a Libra. But I do feel we've only got so much precious time here, Cancer, and somebody needs to make an important decision about how they want to spend their life. And there was a passed up opportunity with somebody that could have been a potential life partner. And I feel if you don't go claim this person now, or somebody doesn't come forward and claim this person now, you might miss this opportunity forever. I do feel a very mesmerizing feminine energy, and it's electrifying, and it's turning up the heat. And so I do feel a disconnection, because somebody, all they wanted to have was the money and the power and the glory, money, power, and glory. And now it is about heart forward, sustainable movement. So what does the heart want? I think that's the ultimate question, right? Right, Cancer? So that's what I got for you. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks, Cancer.